Neche was a young Nigerian boy living in Lagos, Nigeria, with his widowed mother, known as Madam Joy, and his two twin brothers. But life was hard for them, and Madam Joy worked day and night to provide for her children. But that was never enough. They lived in a small house in a rough and tough neighborhood. Neche hated seeing his family struggle every day. He often thought about how he could help them, but he did not know how. One day, while playing outside with his twin brothers, he saw Akira, a boy known for his bad behavior in the area. In fact, he was the bad boy of the area, hanging around the street corner. But Akira seems to always have money and wear nice things, and Neche often wondered how he got those things. This curiosity would one day lead Neche down a dangerous path, but he does not know that yet. Neche couldn't stop thinking about Akira and his flashy lifestyle. One afternoon, while walking home from school, Neche saw Akira again. This time he decided to talk to him. "Hey Akira, how do you always have money? And how do you always look this good?" Neche asked, trying to sound casual. But Akira smiled and smirked, leaning against a wall. "Well, it's not that hard if you know the right people," he said. "I can introduce you to them if you want. Are you in?" Neche hesitated a little, but then nodded his head because he was tired of seeing his family struggle and suffer in poverty. The next day, Akira took Neche to meet a group of men in a hidden spot in the neighborhood, and their leader was a rich and powerful man who seems to have everything. "This is the boss," Akira said. "He can help you if you prove yourself to be tough enough." Neche felt a chill run down his spine, but he was determined to change his family fortune. Neche quickly learned that the gang was involved in kidnapping. They wasted no time in teaching him how to use a gun, how to collect ransom money, and other illegal activities. At first, Neche was scared, but as time goes on, the quest and the promise of money made him continue with the gang. One night, Neche returned home with a bundle of cash. His mother saw it and was shocked, and she asked, "Where did you get this money from?" she demanded. "I have a job now, Mama," Neche replied, avoiding her gaze. Madam Joy was worried, but she was also relieved that they could finally pay some of the bills of the house and buy good food. Despite her concerns, she kept quiet and accepted the money. As weeks passed, Madam Joy began to notice more changes in Neche. He started staying out late, started smoking and acting differently. She confronted him one evening. "Neche, I don't like the changes I'm seeing in you. What kind of job is this that you do?" Neche shrugged. "It's just a job, Mama. Don't worry about it." But Madam Joy was so worried. She sensed something was very wrong, and she tried to warn him to stay away from bad influence. But Neche wouldn't listen. The temptation of money and the quest for a better life for him and his family was too strong. Neche continued working with the gang, and soon enough, money started flowing in. He began to pay for his twin brothers' school fees, bought new clothes for them, and even managed to pay their house rent in advance. Madam Joy, despite her earlier warning, began to turn a blind eye to what is unfolding before her and began to appreciate the newfound comfort. With the money given to her by Neche, she was able to buy better food, clothes, and other necessities in the house. Neche enjoyed seeing his family happy and believed he was doing the right thing, even if it meant breaking the law. One evening, during a secret meeting, the gang discussed a big plan. They planned to kidnap the daughter of a prominent politician. It was going to be a very risky operation, but the ransom would be huge. We need to be careful and plan everything perfectly, the boss said. Neche felt both nervous and excited. This was the big break they all needed. On the day of the kidnapping, Neche woke up early and was on his way to their meeting point. And he was riding in a tricycle when suddenly another vehicle crashed into them, and Neche was thrown from the tricycle to the ground, and pain shot through his legs. He tried to stand up but couldn't. People gathered around and someone called for help. At that point, Neche realized that he would not be able to join the gang for the kidnapping, but he managed to put a call through to his gang members to let them know what happened to him while he was being taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Meanwhile, Akira and the other gang members went ahead with their plan. They waited near the politician's house and, as planned, attacked the vehicle, taking the politician's daughter to school. They overpowered the guards at the gate and took the girl away, hiding her in a secret location. The news of the kidnapping spread quickly, causing panic in the community. The politician, when contacted by Neche'S gang, pleaded for his daughter's safe return and promised them to pay any amount of ransom they want. The gang then set a meeting point to collect the ransom and return his daughter to him. The gang thought that everything was going according to plan, not knowing that the politician had contacted the police and the police were secretly tracking them and had set a trap for them. As the gang members arrived to collect the ransom, the police surrounded them and a fierce gun battle between them ensued, but the police managed to overpower them and capture all the gang members, and then rescued the politician's daughter and took the criminals into custody. Neche was still recovering in the hospital when the police came to arrest him, because the captured gang members has revealed everything about their operations and all their members. At that point, Neche was too weak to resist the arrest. He was also taken into the police custody, where he saw his friends from the gang all in handcuffs. That was when Neche realized the gravity of his mistakes and felt a deep sense of regret. Neche and his gang members were taken to the court for trial. Their trial was a big event in the community, as everybody came to see what will happen to these young boys involved in such serious crimes. The courtroom was packed with concerned parents, children, and news reporters. Neche and the other gang members stood before the judge, who listened to all the evidence that were brought against them. The judge was staying as he explained the gravity of their crimes. The judge sentenced the other gang members to life in prison, but when it was Neche'S turn, the judge took into account his young age, injuries, and the fact that he did not participate in the kidnapping with the other gang members that day. Neche was then sentenced to 14 years in prison. On hearing his own sentence, Neche'S heart sank. He couldn't believe he would spend so many years behind bars, and the reality of his situation hit him so hard. Before being led away, Neche requested to say something, and his request was granted. He then turned to his mother, who was sitting in the courtroom with tears in her eyes. "Mama, I'm so sorry for everything. I thought I was helping out, but I only brought more pain. But you should have stopped me. When you saw that I was going the wrong way." He then turned to face the whole courtroom. "To all the parents that are here, please don't ignore your children's bad behavior because of money. Make sure you correct them before it is too late." His words echoed throughout the silent courtroom, leaving a profound impact on everyone present. Neche was then led out of the courtroom in handcuffs. Madam Joy and his twin brothers followed, crying profusely. The journey to the prison was so long and filled with regret for Neche. He knew he had made terrible choices and now had to face the consequences. Neche entered the prison gates, hoping that one day he would make amends for his mistakes. His story became a powerful lesson for the whole community about the importance of guiding children and the dangers of allowing them to stray onto the wrong path. To help me in this YouTube journey, comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, please, if you want to still be hearing these wonderful stories with moral lessons.